Okay, hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to our lesson for Form 2, Chapter 4. All right, so what are we going to learn today is immunity. All right, so the previous lesson, we have already learned about body defense. All right, so we have learned our body has 3 lines of defending your body. All right, so today we will be learning something really interesting, which is our immunity. All right, so just a quick recap. So what is immunity or Keimunan in BM? All right, so for the BM one, please refer to the BM notes, okay, which is here, which is Keimunan, right? So what is immunity? Immunity is the ability of your body, okay, I'll highlight this, the ability of your body to resist pathogen before it is infected. All right, so just a quick recap. What is pathogen? Pathogens are any foreign substance in your body that your body doesn't like, okay, that is going to cause harm to your body. All right, so for example, it could be virus, it could be bacteria. Anything that causes harm to your body is called pathogen. All right, so when your body is infected by a pathogen and your body, they learn how to fight this thing, that process, okay, it's called immunity. Once you gain immunity, you are not scared of this pathogen anymore. So next time when they come in, okay, you are kind of protected against them. All right, so this part is very, very relatable, okay, because of this COVID thing for the past 2-3 years, okay. So I'm sure when we finish this lesson, you should be able to relate, okay, what we have gone through. All right, so let's look at immunity. Immunity is divided into 2 types. Okay, I'll just write it here. Okay, immunity is divided into 2 types. All right, so pardon the notes. Some of it is okay. This one is a very visual note. Okay, I'll add whatever that's needed here. All right, so what is immunity? Immunity is divided into 2 types. Okay, which is active and passive. Okay, keimunan aktif dan keimunan passive. Okay, so what's the difference? Very easy. Active is when you go and do something yourself. All right, passive is when you let something happen to you. You are not doing anything. So same thing here. Active immunity is when you produce your own antibody. Okay, if you still remember what antibody is something used to fight pathogen. Okay, so last week we did mention that pathogen is something that will harm your body. So in order to kill this pathogen, you have antibody. All right, think of it this way, they are like bombs, they are like tools to kill pathogen. Okay, very easy. So when your body produces its own antibody, you are actively fighting the pathogen. That is active immunity. Okay, Keimunan active. And if your body is not doing anything, your body is just chilling there, okay, letting something else, you are getting your antibody somewhere else, okay, but you're not producing it. Okay, so it does not produce antibody. So if your body is not doing anything, you're just sitting, chilling there, that is passive immunity. All right, so let's look at the few types of immunity here. All right, so let's look at active first. All right, so active immunity is divided into 2 more types. You have natural and you have artificial. In BM, this is called semula jadi, and of course, buatan. So I'm sure from the name you can roughly guess it. Natural means you do it in a nature's way, okay? And artificial is when you do it in a human-made way. All right, so let's look at the natural first. Okay, natural active is very easy. Okay, I want you to think of the 2 words, natural and active. Natural means your body do it naturally, and active is when you produce your own antibody. So how do you get this? You get this by getting sick. Okay, you get this by getting sick. When you recover from an infection, apabila sembuh daripada jangkitan. All right, so let's say today you get COVID. Okay, you get COVID without any vaccination. We are not talking about vaccine. Okay, let's say you get, okay, let's not talk about, okay, let's talk about flu. Okay, you get flu every year, right? I'm sure every year you feel sick once. Okay, you'll fall sick once. Okay, you get fever and so on. That is a flu virus. Okay, so once you recover from it, you are protected against this flu. Means you won't get this flu anymore. Okay, you won't get the same flu anymore. All right, so you might say, sir, then how come I still get sick every year? Every year when you get sick, or maybe every time when you get sick, it's a different virus. Okay, let's say this year you get virus A and it makes you sick. Next year, when you get sick again, it's gonna be the cousin of virus A, perhaps it's virus B. So every time you get sick, you're getting a different virus. So of course, the more times you get sick, the more protected you are. Okay, so the more protected you are. So this is the old way of getting immunity. You get sick, okay? Because when you get sick, getting sick is natural, okay? And when you get sick, your body your body will respond by producing its own antibody, okay? So this is active. All right, so what's the bad thing about this? You might say, sir, we have been doing this for the longest time, thousands of years, okay? This is the oldest method of getting active immunity. So why do we still need artificial? Because you see, some disease, you cannot get it. Okay, what do I mean? For example, smallpox. Okay, there's a very deadly disease called smallpox. This is called Caca air, I think. Caca something. Okay, I forgot the BM already, but basically smallpox, this is a very deadly disease. How deadly it is? Okay, put it in perspective. COVID's death rate is 0.1%. Okay, 0.1 to 0.3. Smallpox is 50. Okay, 50. That means if you get smallpox, you have half the chance of dying. It's like flipping a coin. That is freaking high. Okay, that's crazy high compared to your COVID. So if you say, how do I get this smallpox immunity? Should I go and get smallpox? Well, you can. If you survive this smallpox, yes, you get the immunity. That, you know what, good for you. But you know, you have half the chance of surviving. So if you have, you know, half a common sense, you will say, you know what, just to go and get the smallpox so that I have the immunity, that is a stupid thing to do, right? So this is why after a few thousand years, okay, in fact, we just discovered this not more than 100 years ago, we have something called artificial active immunity. So what is this? Artificial means we do it in a human-made way. All right, we are still trying to stimulate your body to produce antibody because this is still active, but we do it in a human way. So how do we do this? Okay, we take antigens. Okay, we take antigens. Okay, what is antigen? That means pathogen lah. Okay, pathogen and antigen is basically the same thing. Okay, to put it in a simple way, antigens are protein found on pathogens. All right, you know COVID virus, right? Okay, if you look at that COVID virus, okay, the COVID virus, so let me show real quick. Okay, if you see COVID virus, can you see that ball of virus? That's the pathogen. And then can you see that red color thing on it? That's the antigen. Okay, that's the antigen. So instead of taking this virus and giving it to your body, that's a stupid thing to do because you will get the disease. Why not I just take that red color stuff? Okay, that's the antigen. I take it because the antigen is just a protein. It's not going to harm you. So I just take the antigen, okay, and then I concentrate. I take maybe a few. I take 1,000 antigen and I put it into your body. Okay, or I just take this virus, I weaken it, I put it into your body. Something somewhere. I just take something weak, not the real thing. Okay, it could be the antigen, it could be the virus. I put it into your body, sort of like make your body train for the real thing. Okay, it's like, okay, let's say you are a soldier. Let's say you're a soldier. Takkan the first day you become a soldier, I go and tell you, okay, you go and shoot ISIS, go and shoot IS, go and shoot the terrorists, shoot the real terrorists. No, you don't even know how to use the gun yet. Okay, chances are the first day you are on the field, you are dead. Okay, you'll be shot dead. So no, instead of letting you do this, okay, which is fighting the real thing, why not I give you some weak enemies to fight? I let you shoot some bots. Okay, I start you from shooting some bots first. Okay, fake enemies. After shooting some bots, maybe I let you shoot some weakened enemies with a fake gun, so that you can practice before you go onto the real battlefield. So that is what artificial immunity is about. So that weakened, okay, it could be antigens obtained from, it could be weakened or dead bacteria. So this thing is called vaccine. All right. So I'm sure you guys are all vaccinated. I don't care whether you are Pfizer, you are gang Pfizer, or you are gang AZ. Okay, I'm gang AZ. Okay. Or you are gang Sinovac, whatever. Okay. There's no brand loyalty in vaccination. Okay. But anyway, as long as you are vaccinated, they all work differently. Why do they have different brands of vaccine? Because they all work differently. Different scientists, they have different ways of approaching this problem. Okay. It's like solving mathematical problem. You have 3-4 ways. But the end goal is the same, is to let your body practice, let your soldiers, your white blood cell, practice shooting. Okay, so when the real thing comes, you're protected. Your white blood cells are, I'm trained for this. Okay, this is nothing. So they know how to fight it. So your symptoms become much less severe. Instead of hospitalizing, you need to go to the hospital, 90-something% you're protected. You just need to stay home. It will be just like any other flu. You just get some fever a few days later. You're fine. You're recovered. Okay, so this is the point of the vaccine. Okay, so the antigen will stimulate the body immune system, forming immunity against certain infections. So you see, when this antigen, this vaccine is injected into your body, your body still thinks that this is the real thing. So your body will still sound the alarm. Your body will still freak out. That's why you have fever. After your vaccination, you still get fever. Okay, it's a sign that the vaccine is working. Your body is freaking out. Okay, but then after a few days later, your body's like, this is not the real thing. So they just kind of chill back. So after that, you're fine. Okay, and then your soldiers are well practiced, well trained to handle the real thing. Okay, so it lasts for a very long time. So the graph, very important. You have to memorize this graph. You have to recognize this graph. Okay, so you see, why is the graph looking like this? One bump and 2 bumps. Because you see, this vaccine is still not as good as the real thing. Okay, it's still not as good as the real thing. That's why you need 2-3 injections. This is why you see how many times you're injected for your COVID. You're injected twice, and some of you might even be injected for the 3rd time already. That's your booster. All right, because sometimes okay, this is your first injection. Okay, so your body is still trying to recognize this virus because it's not real. It's fake enemy. Okay, it's fake enemy. You see, if you kill one real enemy, that takes some skill. Okay, but if you want to kill fake enemy, to gain that skill to kill that one enemy, you need like 5-6 more practices. I hope I'm making sense here. Okay, that means shooting bots is not the same as shooting the real thing. Okay, but hey, it's still practice. So this is why sometimes you need a few more practices for the thing to go up. That's why some vaccines, they take 2 doses, 3 doses. It depends on what vaccines you are getting. Okay, different vaccines, they work differently. So you might say, sir, how about the booster? Why do we need booster? Because after 2 vaccinations, okay, what is this? By the way, what is this blue line here? This blue line is called an immunity level. You must pass this level in order to be protected. Anywhere below here, you are not protected. You are unsafe. Okay, so that's why even taking the first dose, you didn't pass this level, you are still not protected. Yeah, you're protected to a certain degree, but not very much. But if you take the second dose, you see, you're very well protected. But some vaccines, they don't last for very long. Okay, they will start to dip back down. You see, now you're not protected again. That's why you need the booster. Okay, that's why you need the booster. Not just COVID. Sometimes, do you know many vaccines, they also need booster? For example, if you take hepatitis B vaccine, okay, do you know you have hepatitis B? You have already taken hepatitis B vaccine. In fact, you have already taken so many vaccines. Okay, this is our vaccination plan in Malaysia. Unless your parent choose to be, I'm sorry to say this, if they choose to be idiots and not vaccinate you, okay, I don't think there are parents like that, okay. But you are already vaccinated since child. You see, so many types of vaccination you have here. But you look at this hepatitis B. Okay, you got your first dose. Okay, and you got your, I think that's the only dose. So some people, when they reach around 20 to 30 years old, when they go for body checkup, the doctor will say, hey, your hepatitis B vaccine, it's not there anymore. You're not protected anymore. So you have to go and take another one. If you really care about this, some people, they just don't care. Okay, they will say, yeah, you know what? Me getting hepatitis B chance is really low. So why should I bother? So if you are the really paranoid kind, I mean, okay, you can go for it. All right, anyway, so let's look at the next one. Okay, so this is active. both cases, you are producing your own antibody. Your body is actively fighting the pathogen. It's just that one, you do it in a natural way, one, you do it in an artificial way. So this one is much better because you have lower chance of dying. There's still a chance of you dying, but the chance is like 1%, better than 50 law. Okay, your smallpox will kill you like half. All right, anyway, so let's look at passive. Passive is when you don't produce any antibody. Like I said, your immune system just like lay back and chill. I'm not gonna do anything. You guys go ahead. So what is this? This is when you get your antibody from external source. Okay, you get external antibody. Okay, antibody dari sumber luar. You just get it from somewhere, anywhere. So again, you have natural and artificial, and as I said, natural is the whole way. Okay, natural passive. There's only 3 ways you can get it. Okay, there's only 3. I think it's only 2. Yeah, there's only 2. Okay, there's only 2 ways you can get natural passive. Both are from your mom. Number 1, you get it from the placenta. Okay, when your mom is pregnant with you, she already gave you this. Okay, so as you can see, because you don't produce your own antibody, so this thing doesn't last. But this thing, okay, for example, chicken pox. Okay, let's look at chicken pox. I'm sure most of you gotten chicken pox before. Okay, so chicken pox is what? If you get sick because of chicken pox, that's your natural active. So you only get it once. Because after once, your body recognizes this thing, and after the second, third time, your body will just kill it before it causes anything. So this is long term, forever. You will be protected against chickenpox forever. But this thing, it doesn't last for very long. Okay, because you don't produce your own antibody, your body doesn't know how to fight this terrorist. Your body's soldier is not working. So when the real thing comes, okay, now you are hiring other soldiers to help you fight the disease. So after that, after you hire them, they will go home. This thing will be gone. So the next time the real enemy comes again, your body is not well prepared for it. So this thing is temporary. You're just hiring someone to do the job for you. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say here, my analogy here. So you get it from the placenta, or you get it from your mom's milk. There's only 2. There's only 2. So this thing doesn't protect you for very long. Yeah, it protects you for a few months when you're born, but that's pretty much it. Okay, so this is why some last time, okay, if you look at this way, last time, do you know child death rate, child mortality rate is very high? I'm not talking about very long ago. Okay, let's look at 200 years ago. Okay, now it's 2022, right? If you look at 200 years ago, in 1822, okay, that's not very long ago. Okay, it might be very long for us, but in terms of history, it's not very long. Okay, back at that time, death rate of children is really, really high. Okay, I don't know what's the exact percentage, but it's really high. It's very common. It's very common for any women to give birth to 10 children. Okay, 10 children, because it could be only 5 of them making to childhood. The other 5 they would die in infancy. That means before they reach the age of 5, they are already dead. Okay, and then to make it to adulthood, maybe 2 will make it. Okay, 2 will make it. The other 3 will still die off also. This is why, if you look at, you know who Mozart is? Okay, the very famous composer. The mom, okay, the mom of Mozart, she actually gave birth to like 10 or 8 children. That means he has like 6 or 7 siblings. Okay, but at the end, only the sister and Mozart made it to adulthood. The rest died. Okay, and Mozart didn't live a very long life also. Mozart died in like what, 30 something. Okay, because back then, that's the only way you can protect your baby. There's nothing, no vaccine, nothing. Okay, so can you see how awesome vaccine is? Okay, does your mom give birth to 10 children? No. Okay, she will only give birth to 1, 2, maybe 3, because chances are all 3 of you will make it to adulthood. So praise vaccination, praise technology, praise modern medicine. And there are still people who deny this thing. Oh, vaccine is fake. Come on, okay, don't be stupid. Okay, take your vaccine. Okay, anyway, so next, the last one, artificial passive. Okay, this is where, again, we do it in a human way. All right, so as I said, passive is very passive. It's very temporary. You get immediate protection, but it's not going to last very long. So you get this in the form of anti-serum. Okay, so what is anti-serum? Think snake poison. Okay, snake poison. When you are bitten by a snake, you get snake poison. Do you go and get vaccine? Okay, you wait 2-3 weeks so that you're protected? No, snake poison will kill you in 5 hours, maybe. All right, so you get this thing, you have to go to the doctor, they will give you an anti-serum. So basically, this thing is antibody. It's an injection full of antibody. They will straight away give you the antibody. You straight away hire soldier, well-trained soldier, and help you fight this terrorist. You have an infection of terrorists in your body. You straight away hire well-trained soldier, well-trained mercenaries. They will kill all these things for you. Okay, they are well-trained, like SWAT team. Okay, very gang, very junky one. They just come in, they just kill and do the job for you. Okay, so it's a clear liquid, okay, that contains antibody. You straight away get antibody because your body is chilling. Your body is not producing antibody. You are getting it from external, like I said, external antibody. All right, so how do they do this? Usually they get it from horses. Okay, they put vaccine into horses. The horse will produce the antibody. So they take the antibody out, they make it into anti-serum. Okay, so this is for a quick relief. Like I said, as you can see here, this is fast and temporary, whereas just now it lasts long. Okay, so this is very slow. I'm sure when you are vaccinated against COVID, this thing takes like what, 1 month for you to be fully protected, for you to get that fully vaccinated on your mind sejahtera. But this thing, no, this thing is immediate. Within minutes, this thing works. So for example, your snake poison, for example, tetanus. Okay, you know what's tetanus? When you get cut by something rusty, immediately you have to go and get this. For example, rabies. Okay, fun fact about rabies, guys. Rabies is the highest death rate disease in the world. Highest. How high? It is 99%. Okay, rabies, okay, how do you get rabies? You get rabies from scratch or bite of mammals. Mammals, I don't care whether a bat bites you, a dog bites you, a cat scratches you, it could be a raccoon, whatever. As long as they're mammals, if they cut you, okay, if you see blood, please, for the love of God, go to clinic and get your rabies shot. You need to get this anti-serum as soon as possible, because if not, once the virus goes into your body, it will take 2-3 weeks for them to work. Okay, but once they start working, you are 99% dead. Okay, not to mention the intense suffering. You'll be having tons and tons of seizure before you kick the bucket. Okay, this is a very brutal disease. Okay, so like I said, if you get cut by any cats, for example, okay, go and get your rabies shot. Okay, because once you get it, okay, you'll be fine. Okay, you'll be fine. All right, so this is your artificial passive. So as you can see, these technologies, they are awesome. Okay, you have the fast one, okay, to protect infected people, and you have the slow one, okay, which gives you long-term protection. This is why we focus this more. You might say, sir, why there's no anti-serum for COVID? Because there's no need to. Okay, that's why they say prevention is better than cure. This is a cure, but we want prevention. We don't want this to happen. Okay, instead of learning how to put off fire, why not we learn how to protect your house against fire in the first place, if it makes any sense to you. All right, so anyway, about the graph, there's another graph here. This is your artificial passive. What does it look like this? Because once you get the injection, immediately you pass this level, you're protected. But as time goes on, your body will start to get rid of the antibody because it doesn't belong to you. So after a few days, you're still not protected already. So you have to keep getting it, keep getting it, keep getting it. This is not long-term. This is just a fast and temporary thing. Okay, so like I said, just now the analogy, this is training your soldier to fight its own war, teaching you how to fish. Okay, this is hiring a bunch of soldiers to fight for you. This is give you a fish to eat. You still don't know how to fish. Long term, you still die, but it's a fast and temporary thing. Okay, so I hope this thing makes sense to you. Okay, so this is the differences between active and passive. I'm sure by now, if you understand, okay, you should be able to tell the difference. So the similarity is they fight disease, but what do they contain? Okay, vaccine is weaken or dead pathogen or antigen. All right, anti-serum is straight away, I give you the antibody, I give you the cure. So our objective, this is to prevent, this is to cure. Like I said, prevention is better than cure. So the role, okay, the tujuan is to stimulate you to produce your antibody, make you produce your own antibody, whereas this one, it gives you the antibody straight. Okay, so this is slow and this is immediate. Okay, so who do we give it to? Vaccine is given to healthy people. If you're healthy, I give you the COVID vaccine. But if you have the COVID already, what for I give you the vaccine? Right. So this is for people who have the disease. Like if you get snake bite, you get tetanus, I sure will give you the cure. All right. So the period, this is very long. Okay, it lasts for months. The COVID one maybe lasts for months or years, but this one is very short term, maybe days or weeks. All right, so I think I'm gonna stop here. I know it's a very short lesson, but this part is very important in exam. Okay, rest assured, I can almost guarantee you this part will be coming out in exam. So before I go, the fastest way for you to memorize these 4 types is by memorizing the example. Okay, so natural active is by getting sick. Artificial active is by getting vaccine. Natural passive is by getting breast milk or placenta. Artificial passive is by getting anti-serum. That would be the fast way to remember. All right, so I hope you learned something new today. Okay, although it's a very short lesson, so I still hope this lesson is helpful. All right, so don't forget, we shall continue this with this the next time. Okay, so have a good day. I'll see you again. Take care and bye-bye.